are falling to that because they're not as, I guess, well-versed when it comes to the strategic part of the game, which can throw DK off, right, for a team like DAMWON Kia. But how long will that continue to remain true here is really going to be the question for things, as once again, A site looks to be under attack by Global.
Oh, that is a beautiful spray down, mow down by Scrossi as well as Golu. And, well, it's going to be a quick take onto the site itself. It usually, you know, goes to the wayside like that. I think this particular map in general might actually favor Global Esports the most, especially on this first half, just because of, you were mentioning it already, Black. They love to go for such aggressive fights, aggressive takes. And, I mean, Scrossi didn't even need to do that, but he did. And it really shows that VCC be a region of aggressive players.
And, you know, while there are many doubts on if, you know, Global Esports are necessarily as good as they are, at least internationally, when compared to at home, I do think that, oh geez, SK Rossi, man. I do think that while, you know, DAMWON Gaming Kia, they might be the better team, at least on paper and in terms of achievements, I do think that Global,
or VCC in general, it's not only India, but also a couple of other regions that are encompassed in that particular VCC format. But anyways, Texture gonna have to get out of harm's way, and we'll see if the Sheriff, never mind.
Okay, looking pretty rough here for Texture, but SK Rossi opens things up now on this A side. Hellranger has been instrumental in the success here of the Global Esports squad in the VCC, and they're looking to continue that here in the LCQ as SK Rossi finds a second shut down by Zhongyi, but at this point, it's an anti-eco retake. The luck is against you, and honestly, every single facet is working up away from you as Kappa will get that kill. Very nice name from him as Global get a 4th round.
Know what the setups are. They read their opponents already. And again, DAMWON, they're a team that just knows how to play against teams in their own region. But if you look at their entire match history and all of that good statistical stuff, they haven't really had any experience with other regions compared to Global Esports, who's actually fought people from Indonesia, from Singapore. It's very easy for them to figure out the name of the game, at least in Southeast Asia. Maybe not in Korea, but I mean, at least they have that propensity to know the adaptability. And I feel like even if they don't make use of that, they still have the layout of Haven, which really prefers, or I think benefits SK Rossi's playstyle. And maybe moving forward, that's something that they can use to close off. Of course, still we are pretty early here, but a 4-0 is still something that's very much difficult to kind of digest if you are a DAMWON fan.
I mean, you guys have to remember that VCC has a lot of different regions in that of itself. You got Nepal, you got Sri Lanka, Maldives, Bangladesh, Pakistan, lots of very big regions, and so they are very experienced in these type of fights, and Hellranger will continue to rain hell here now on the C site this time after that breach comes on in. They now have the site fully taken, given away here by DK. They know DWG Kia, they cannot continue to contest this, so the retake is going to have to come in from them. Not a single ultimate up online as we're in round 5 already here for DAMWON, and this is not looking too good for them, especially after the opening pick found here by Global.
It's all about that retake. Cloudburst comes in, gives a bit of solace for Texture, but the crossfire good with Golu and his teammate. They know he's in the back of the site. They're making some damage happen. Okay, they're kind of thinned down the herd, but the big problem is there is going to be Hellranger plus Kappa, who is holding this nice little hallway down on C Long. They're popping shots, they're hearing it, but they're seeing the peaks and nobody is on the spike. And this is why Global Esports chose that location. The post plan too good for those at Long.
Yeah, they didn't even have, you know, shock darts or anything to force them off the plant utility-wise because they don't need to. They know they can buy their time, wait for the defuse stick to come on in. There's no smokes on the side of DAMWON to be able to, you know,
kind of make sure that you can use the jet dashes and everything to set up. But, and this is my point already, Global Esports kind of figuring this out, immediately go for the B site, and I like this. They still are on a bonus round. They have the Spectres in tow, and making sure that everything is just working up for them is going to be good. That was an amazing flash, but Golu, an amazing sucker, or sorry, Gravity Weller, nonetheless. Zhonghai, last person standing, and Global Esports, flawless round in the 3rd.
A bit of a pulled him down into the dumpster. The only player near him there, of course, is that Sova here coming from the side of Global. Aldrone shall be denied. They got the pop flash ready to potentially make a play, and that they could maybe do here. Okay, that shock dart is going to land perfectly and doing so much damage here onto him, and now Secret's going to have to fall back as Zhonghai taking out trade here by SK Rossi.
Rossi, he was cycling weapons. Oh, no, no,
Bad
no.
habit.
You do not do that to intro. You just do not. And
Oh!
intro. He
The
has the
timing!
angle. Yeah.
Spike planted.
I don't know, man. There have been some rounds where, due to timing, they have just lost their lives. But I mean, it won't be too hard of retake here, I'd say, especially when Golu's came in and cleaned up at the rest. Now, Genghsta can be able to spot a full force of the brunt of the members here, and oh, that was a gravity well. SK Rossi was supposed to go for the punish, but Genghsta, even through the utilities are being thrown his way, he sets it up perfectly, and Secret gobbles up all of the rest. Now we're left to Kappa and Skills for the clutch.
Dude, Genghsta was dead to rights, but the perfect help in from Secret there on Garage was instrumental. He got the trip. Sounds a really nice way to win a map, but not the most consistent way to win a series. And DWG, they're not about that. They're about the teamwork. They're a full 5-man roster, and let's see now if this will be able to get them the tie at the end of the half.
SK Rossi, he's kind of threading on thin ice here. Getting double pinged by the recon is going to be quite brutal for him. Texture's been tagged down, knocked away. Sight's still open, but Eugene is holding a nice little angle here. The stun will connect. Never mind. It was just a pixel angle for him. There's a tiny bit on graffiti that kept him safe. And now he has not intro here with him to seal up the rest. Actually, everybody from DWG has joined the party, has joined the fight, and it's a 2 versus 4 smackdown between Global. This smoke creates some smoke criminal placement from Golu, and we'll see if he can make this happen. He's severely outnumbered here, Black, but he's created some space on Long, and he does have the spike in hand. But he seems to want to fight for the A side, not go to anywhere else. Well, as the dust settles, that's going to be a 6-6 with DWG claiming back and equalizing against Global.
I mean, this is kind of what we expected, at least on my part. We talked about earlier on that we're fully expecting Global to come out with a big lead, to get off and, start sprinting at the start of it. But as Rocky likes to say, it's not about how hard you get hit, but it's about how you get up after getting hit and keep on doing that on over. You might not throw the first punch, but definitely be the one to throw the last. And, DWG, they're looking to do exactly that here. They finally started to read how they like to play, how the Global side likes to play. You can see them playing a lot more back, and sometimes maybe having that one push off there on A main, have that forward position, but fall back immediately, play the retakes, and that they are so good at. Utilities here coming from Global, that small mishap on the graffiti side, on the wall side, was more than enough for DWG to punish, and this is what they're really good at. Kind of dip their toes in just a bit, let them make a mistake, and then punish that fully. They don't have to make the initiative every single time, but when they do, they convert.
It feels like there should be just 2 ways of playing Haven as defenders, right? Where you either fight as they come in, or you fight after they've come in. But seems like DWG, they found somewhere in between that. And it works incredibly well. They have a little bit of contact. Yes, they might lose a player or 2, but this immediately gives them that information that their teammates can come in and start rotating. Speaking of coming in, it's going to be DK's Texture, who just comes through the crossfire, the crosshairs of Kappa, and he's able to pick up 2. And intro been tagged down to 34. Not looking too fancy here for DWG, as they've been kind of relegated to now just play around their own side of the map. But the problem here is Skills. Yeah, he's holding an angle. He's going to be able to catch us off mid. Just look to the left, brother. And yeah, there it is. Wait. Oh no, classic whiffs.
Oh no.
Whiffs!
The classic. Sometimes it's a laser, other times it's a pea shooter. In this case, the latter falls true, but he's able to get the kill here on Genghsta. He knows that the rest is here towards mid and Global. This should be a pistol round for them. Very off kilter, off kind of positioning. They're coming from Kappa to get a double, and it was more than enough to dissuade here DWG for continuing on to A. And that was a pistol round that they needed so much, especially when their second half of that opening half was kind of looking a bit shaky. They do get this pistol, and this maybe re-stabilize them on the defensive side.
Kappa definitely the MVP of the round, dude. You kind of have to feel for people who have such a perfect shot, but because it's the classic that you have in your hand, it takes you for a ride. It's basically that bull machine that you try to ride, right, and try to impress your friends, or maybe a potential people
Suitor.
to party with, right? Yeah, exactly. I've never tried, but I've only seen it in the movies. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
of course. I'm that much of a shut-in.
The rodeo machine thing, yeah. The one
Yeah, exactly.
takes you for a loop. Classic take the wheel. In this case, Golu just shredding them down. The garage is where they're going to be parking.
And look at that, Black. Triple, maybe even quadra stack on mid. That was right.
All right, party time here coming in from Global. They're looking to make a play. And can DAMWON do something about it? Can they counteract this? SK Rossi, an opening pick from him early. Let's cut on over to mid because that's where all the action is happening here now. Eugene goes down, and they're continuing to aggress down that mid. Kappa, the only player here on this A site, and now they're going to pull back after that opening pick. Eugene as well, as we talked about, caught off guard. And now DAMWON go look to slow the pace once more, but I'm not sure if that's what they need to do here. They're pretty spread out. Nobody really playing with each other at the moment. And this does favor Global because now they can isolate the fights, get those 1v1s, which have been very, very good to them.
Oh, intro. He's not looking in the right direction. He's just about to get a surprise. It's not even Christmas, but his opponent is still kind of hovering somewhere underneath window, but there is going to be a window troll hiding underneath that. Jonghee as well as Secret, the only two to remain, and they are very, very far from each other with the spike not even in their own vicinity, but Secret, he's hearing a lot of footsteps. One more rotation and that's going to be it. Oh, he's just about to get caught. Oh, unfortunate. Kappa leaving him there to delay. Really good decision, but Jonghee, yeah, no spike in hand. He's had to pick it up. 20 seconds. I don't think he's going to be able to make this happen.
I don't think so either, and I don't believe that DAMWON are playing this right, to be quite honest with you. You give up the opening pick, you're down the man, and then you these 1v1 gunfight. It's going to favor Global, who are a great mechanical team and can really win those shots. Tagged up leg here by Texture, trying to repeat, trying to re-dip into that fight, but SK Rossi is keeping them at bay.
Okay, those concusses from the Astra, forcing a bit of the mobility here for Texture, and maybe even putting him out of a really bad spot. Nobody's going to be holding long now. And SK Rossi, look at this. He has no regard for human life, even his own, as he's out in the open. He's going to get punished for it, but he does have a teammate that is going to be helping him out to clear out on long, as well as deny Texture any form of control to take up on that operator. But as they try to go on short, look immediately how quick DAMWON was able to just sneak their way up onto long here. They might not be able to expect this, but Hail Ranger has an inkling. He spotted it out, and Kappa, now giving that information, will be able to whip these guys down, and now it's up to a 3 versus 4. But again, Jonghee and the rest of DAMWON, they do not have the proper weapons to take the A site.
A site here looking impenetrable for the meantime. Global, they're doing a really good job of keeping this eco into, I guess, not the great effect, but Secret, he finds that pickoff. Does eventually get shut down here by Kappa on the back of the site. 3v2 here right now. They could potentially flush him out. He has been pulled by the gravity well, but Skills has got his back, and Kappa gets a third. DAMWON now gets sweet balls you're talking about is apparently called Gulab Jamun. Yes, there it is. Thank you, director.
Thank you.
Very sweet. Very nice. Good texture on that. But speaking of the devil, he is looking to aggress here on the garage. There is a setup, though, by Global here in the garage itself. They got a star there to maybe try and suck things over in case DAMWON tries to get over aggressive there, and that setup could be detrimental. I think they do have a nano swarm placed on top of it as well to combo with that, and so they're going to have to be very wary of that factor. A minute left on the clock, and it seems like they're looking to potentially split this A site. Kappa, he will get that information as intro is tagged up with the Al drone. I'm not sure if he saw any more, but if he did, he would have known that pretty much every single player here from DAMWON is towards that A site, and this split could come up huge for them, but they're looking to peek here. They've got the flashes, they've got the breach really up and close, and they're looking to aggress, but Kappa! A triple kill for him! He completely shreds him down on A main, and it's a slaughter here. Annihilation from the side of Global, and DAMWON are shook.
Oh,
30 seconds left.
timing! Just literal timing. Peek out with the flash. They all obviously have to try to go for cover, which is literally the wall on their left, but it's a double-edged sword. You line up with 3 of your teammates, and the spray down with the Phantom is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 12 seconds onto the clock, and DAMWON don't give a damn about this round anymore. They're going to be forfeiting it to Global Esports. The slower pace, it seems to might have worked, but I told you, Black, they need that explosiveness, and everybody's setting up. This does not help their case. Global, they're all about the case.
Be too little, too late. We're going to find out.
Textures has loaded in.
Yes. Nicely done. Nice pun. Yeah. That one I don't mind actually from you, Asuna.
Thank you.
There they are.
Yeah, but it is as you said, right? They're playing global esports at their own game, and it seems to be working. But there's 4 big rounds. You know that those rounds can give global all of what they need to push into that one ability to just get that dub. And yeah, you said it already. Golu, also known as lightning fast, also going to be playing here in mid, the sneaky beaky spot, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make this work or somebody will flush him out. Either way, let's see.
This could be disastrous here for DWG if they're not able to find him, if he's continuing to remain and do this. SK Rossi finds a pick as Golu finds another here. Secret, he was holding the angle, but still gets caught off guard. Eugene, almost a second too late. He does get that down, and Texture is able to get the trade off here. 2v3. Still an opportunity for DWG to stay alive in map number 1, but it's going to be very difficult, especially with SK Rossi still up online with that operator. You're going to have to play together. Dash is up online for Texture, but what will it really matter? 30 seconds left on the clock. They have to pick a site. It seems like they're going for the C site, maybe trying to go through Garage, where SK Rossi is waiting for them at the perfect opportunity. As soon as they peek out of Garage into the C site, they're going to have to deal with a sniper at the gates, and that is going to be SK Rossi himself. Can they actually force him out here? He has a dash to maybe shake things up, but they have very little time to work with.
13 seconds is not a whole chunk, and you know, SK Rossi, he's used the ability that all Asian mothers want to have. It's the wash dish. Yeah, that's denied it. That's going to be in GG. Oh, no,
GG.
No time. There's 3 people.
No way.
No scope.
No way, SK Rossi.
Finale. What a photo finish. Oh, my
That's
goodness.
a pop-off. Okay. A quick pace here, just as Global like to play, but this is really quick from them. Red team here on the red side, on this attacking side, is DWG, and you can see now Global trying to go for the retake here right now. They do have that B main control, and to be quite honest with you, with the entire DWG gaming squad inside the site, this could be deadly for them. They're going to be pincered. They're going to be trapped in a microwave, in a hot box here right now. They're going to have to find some way to hold down the line. Coming in now into the game here, you can see the time is ticking. Spike has been planned down just to let you guys be aware. We'll get that UI fixed, but you have to be aware that the retake is coming here. Rossi able to find a pick. A double now for SK Rossi, and Intro is able to find a triple for him, but they just completely clean up house, and Global take pistol round again.
That's just unfortunate. It seems like for a split second there, DWG were prepared to fight for their lives on the site, but no shots just connecting. We were looking straight into Intro, and he just could not find the kills in the last spurt there. He might have been able to get the ace and, you know, kind of dig out the rest of DWG, but at least not for that particular pistol. Rather unfortunate, but Global's gonna gobble it all up, and look at how quickly they just, of course, go straight into the Spectres, except excuse me, for SK Rossi, who's probably gonna be saving up for an operator. That's gonna be a big one, but another big thing here is DWG go for the force buy.
DWG trying to force things up here, trying to take matters into their own hands, and Intro is able to find one. The dink here has been given to SK Rossi, down to 11 HP. It seems for the most part that DWG are looking quite successful right now in the meantime, as SK Rossi eventually goes down. Eugene finding a double Hell Ranger, 2 big pickups for the side here now of DWG Gaming. And Global seem to have been shaken, shook, and stirred by this force buy from DWG.
That was just unfortunate. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect the force bite to come through, and definitely caught them unawares. Golu's gonna have
hero plays. No armor here in SK Rossi, complete glass cannon. And he's the type of dude that if this were like an MMO or an RPG, he puts all of his stats into dexterity, you know? Just like put all that into the damage that you can and see what you can make out of it. But now, DWG on the A side attack, locked down here to give him some space, but SK Rossi finding the pickoff on the secret, a double from him. This is huge. This is working out. He's almost able to find a triple, but eventually shut down now. 3 versus 3, no weapons in the sides of Global, but they've made it quite expensive for the meantime, taking that operator out of their hands, and they can now finally get the plant Asarai.
I think it was the panel that also mentioned that if you're up against an operator, you just have to have that sacrificial lamb. Literally just that one guy, and everybody can just rush right in. And again, the rest of Global do not have the weapons to literally make this possible. It is going to just go down to the wire. Hell Ranger only the frenzy in hand We'll see if the flash that he did will actually net the damage. He's flashed the last guy. He know where it is.
No
and does
way.
he have it in him? Oh my goodness. Hell Ranger, are you kidding me? He clutches it. Flash and just perfect placement. Can he say?
And now Global are the ones forced on the low economy situation as Kappa pulls out the judge, looking to maybe get the jurisdiction on what he can do here versus DAMWON's full buy.
Even if it is an 1800 weapon, it's still a really good one to say at the least. Secret, does he have enough time to recuperate his shots? Well, that's a quick answer with a no. Inside the smoke, Rossi, he's gonna go straight onto top mid. This could actually get a bit hairy. Skills does pick up the weapon, but they don't know there's one flanking right behind him, which is going to be Eugene, and he's just about to explode here. He's already been picked up. Never mind, he actually picked Skills out in the open, and Scrossi had to only be able to hit that fadeaway shot, the last onto the blade, but he now has Hail Ranger with him to maybe hold off that crossfire, but that little arch location, very bangable with medium penetration weapons. And Golu left to try to deal with this 1v3. Whether it's going to be A or B, his teeny tiny classic might not really help him in this scenario. The Silver Drone doesn't spot him, but let's see how it goes.
All he has to do here is get the kill, and then that should give him a Cosmic Divide, but nope.
Oh, when you're in that ranked match and somebody does that to you, you seriously type just a question mark because you have no idea how that happened. That is like the most unsavory way of losing your life in-game. By far none.
Oh no.
SK Rossi, yeah, it's either he got a shot off and dashed away, or just been flushed out, because if he gets spotted there, if no one was going to smoke him out and he could actually get into position with the rest of his team, he's going to get nano swarmed to oblivion. So really good pick off there from DAMWON. Global Esports' aggression in defense, even though it does merit them a couple of rounds, it's also giving DAMWON at the start of each round a chance to maybe even get that -1 if, you know, if they read the situation right, which they did in that one. And bringing a knife to gunfight. It happens.
Hell Ranger, good pick off on Eugene, trying to cross and get the spike down, but we've talked about how, okay, they get these opening picks, but then again, they've been failing to convert some of them, which you would think, like the last round right prior. But look at this. He's already crawled out to the very far edge of that heaven here, Skills, and the Cosmic Divide should give him some space to work with, but Skills will be able to find one texture, finding a double kill here. It's all on the Hell Ranger. He's got the knife out. Very nicely done. Same. Mine's blue, of course, but Hell Ranger.
Same.
Yeah, same, exactly. He's gonna save the weapon here. Looking like yellow might be his color. I would have expected red, being named Hell Ranger, but he's got the yellow Prime Vandal, the yellow new knife, rather Ninjato to be being exact. But yeah, nicely done from DAMWON.
Wait, is that how you call the weapon? Ninjato?
It's a Ninjato because it's a straight blade. A Wakizashi would be a curved blade.
Ah, and a Ninjato.
If he finds a frag here, then who knows? He might be able to get that reset up for him.
I've got your trail.
Oh, SK Rossi, we're gonna need to see those shots a little bit faster, because that would be super lovely just to see how the kind of setups for that. Texture's being set up by himself as well, but he's not finding any shots with the blades. Finally, the classic gives him some solace, and here comes the res! Fade away right click!
Free gun.
Eugene also dips in as soon as the door drops down. You gotta be careful about that one. And here comes the last person on Global. It might not be B. Could be actually be A.
Here.
Well, they still have 3 players stacked up on there. A setup here, defensive setup by Global, and that shock dart is perfect to try and clear some of that out. SK Rossi, an opening pick. He finds a double, not able. Actually, he is able to back off here. Texture not able to take him down. Zhang-He will find Skills at the other edge of it, and Texture, he has an idea that SK Rossi has crossed on over. Here comes the Rolling Thunder, though, and that's going to be so detrimental. Texture has to find a way to back on off, and that he goes into hell. And can he send even more? Hell Ranger will find him, very aptly named, and SK Rossi here with the blades. A triple kill for him. Intro. It's all left onto him, as now the lockdown will not come in time to force him off the defuse. Yes, it does! At the perfect nick of things, and he's able to deny that, but does he know SK Rossi's behind? He whips the right click, and he gets it with a classic anyways. They get the round. Global bring it 7-4. They do have the Hunter's Fury here on the Eugene, though, to try and deny that if the lockdown comes from Global, and so question is here, will they use the Hunter's Fury to try and initiate, or do they use it more defensively and destroy the utility here of Skills when that lockdown comes into play? looking to attack this B site, but they're quite spread out, to be quite honest with you. They do have control of that switch and of market, but the rest of their players are kind of lurking towards that A site. The spike is dropped further away, and SK Rossi will get the kill here in a Shanghai. That is a huge pick from them, but Intro with that Odin able to get the kill. Quick trade off from Skills, and he's looking to find and dip even into more.
Skills, the perfect poison spot if somebody comes through mid, but well, they doubled back. SK Rossi has to go for the dash. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get the first hit. Second will not be followed to follow through, but Skills, he's poised spotting this. Even if he loses, there's no time for them to get the plant on the spike. Kappa, all he needs to do now is wait. Of course, there are some Astro Stars that's going to block his vision out, but there's the standard start. Good use on the dash, but Texture as well as Secret, they've kind of perfected the crossfire, and that's going to leave Kappa and Skills to try to do the best of their abilities to clutch this round out. But it's going to be a very, very difficult task, especially now that Kappa's like down to 3. Does not have a long-range pistol to make something happen from that far of a distance on top mid, but maybe Skills can open stuff up, as he's already snuck his way all on the defender's spawn. But somebody's marking his position. He spams it hard with a classic, gets back into cover, and they've kind of isolated this. If they can take down Secret, this turns into a very viable round for Global.
Yeah, I mean, Kappa is quite low, but they can find Skills, and maybe this still could be a round that they can bring back into. Skills has that information, knows where Intro is, but Secret gets the kill on the Kappa. The low player already taken down. Intro's low himself, and if he doesn't go down here, which he doesn't, Secret able to secure the round. The 4K from even DAMWON would have liked or expected, but you're doing a pretty good job at that. SK Rossi, look at this. Look at the aggression just dashing on in. Has a frenzy in his hands, but Intro's going to catch him off in a very awkward situation, not letting him stick the landing for the meantime, and Hellranger looking to see and dip into the fight. Maybe he can find one of his own, but there's too much coming his way. Eugene will get him through the smoke, and now it's down to a 5v3.
Skills, always the person to sneak his way up to positions. Oh, that's a shot. Skills, second one, he spotted Secret already.
Nasty!
But, oh yeah. That's the nasty business. 3 versus 3. That judge got just denied straight up black. And then here comes the clutch, or the retake rather.
It's a 3v3 as you talked about, but 1 HP here on the Skills. This lockdown will buy them some time to work with, but I have to say, impressive work so far from Global on this round. Eugene will win that fight. The weapon supremacy will come into his favor. Skills at the very end of this. If he shock darts this, if it even gets a toe of him, he's dead. But Eugene has to check that first in the first place. Will he do exactly that? They're biding their time, but honestly, DWG are kind of running out of time here. They have to step on this, and they do get the kill on the goal. This should be a down round. Skills out there towards A main. A single bullet should do him in. If a fly even lands, and it does here from Eugene, then he's dead, and the round has been secured. Tenz. Well, it's also in credit to, how DWG are quite good at reading this type of stuff. We did kind of expect for Global to come out of the gate strong, probably win map number 1, and that they did. But at some point, a very strategic team like DWG are going to catch on, and they're going to be able to adjust into that. And that's exactly what they've done here. You can see them playing a lot more, I guess, reserved in the right moments and then aggressing at the right moments too. They know that Global are a very antsy team, and with this lead that they have, they know that Global are going to try something, try to go in a bit too deep. And that's all that DWG have to do. Wait for them to do what Global does and punish them for that. So very nicely done from them. And Global now, final round for them to get back into the game.
I mean, Sum41 has already mentioned, being in too deep. And Global Esports, they might have not heard the song. At least for now, they are making some noise on B, but you can see DWG not really going to get faked by it. It's still a 5 versus 5. They know that map control is better than trying to over-rotate, so to speak, and it kind of works. Scales has been knocked out already, 4 versus 5. Screen is extremely low, but picks as well as map control for Global, not really there just yet. SK Rossi, he's brought the operator on attack. It does net them some value, but he's been tagged down to 1 bullet death if he's not careful into this. 20 seconds, they're going to have to pull the trigger into it. Golu knows that 1 is already on generator, but does he know that Texture is somewhere behind? Doesn't even need to. Reaction plays will net them some control onto the A site, and now we're left into the 4 versus 2 on the retake. Kappa and Rossi, very low.
Seems like Global are going to continue on in the fight here, at least for map number 2, trying to anchor down into the site and Rightfully so, Global are able to punish them. Good shot by SK Rossi, his second of the round to get that kill. Now it's all on the intro, who, honestly at this point, it's a done deal. SK Rossi and Kappa are quite low, yes, but he finds Kappa. Speaking of, SK Rossi trying to hold off his flank so he can't just rotate and save this Ares, but that he shan't be.
Really dominant of a DAMWON team to go up against. This round's not really the most easiest thing to hurdle over. SK Rossi does not get tagged. He pushes forward, wondering if he was looking to go for a catch on mid, but regardless, it is going to be him to be able to push through with the rest of his team, and this could actually be good, because now they have good control of short. Texture, though, hits a shot. That might not be what they were looking for. Hell Ranger, the balls on this man. Down to 5. He's at least equalized to the 4 versus 4.
Ironclad stature for the man, but he's down to 5 HP, so single bullet will do him on, and then they line up for him! That's what happens when you're quite low, and Zhonghai saying hello as well. 4 versus 2, Kappa and Golu gonna have to try and pull out the hat trick here, because right now, their sleeves are being pulled back. Zhonghai, he got that double, and they're at the cusp of this map number 2 to be taken for their pockets. Global gonna have to find some opening here. If Kappa can be able to isolate the fight, maybe take down Eugene, then they have a chance to bring it as it goes to a 2v3. But here comes the recon out. Ultimate's up online for Zhongyi here. Now they know that he's there, and Gol is able to find a double. That's exactly what they needed to bring it to a 2v2, but Texture gets Kappa down. 1v2 right now. It's all in the Golu. The ring is his if he can claim it for himself, but Texture is holding on to heaven here. He's doing a great job of keeping him at bay. Not gonna let him walk on through as his Cosmic Divide is gonna expire. 10 seconds left on the clock. Has to go for the plant. He does not know he's in Jenny, but Golu makes it happen. A 4-kill.
And Golu literally threaded the needle. That was so close because Global were about to lose that. I was already looking forward to a map number 3, but Global, they're holding on to the knife's edge here, Black. They do not want to fall. We talked about how 6 rounds, very difficult, but they're making it happen. SK Rossi, though, he's really had no luck at all with the operator versus operator fight, but maybe his teammates can bring it all the way back.
Especially in this attack, it has been faltering for him. Now, Intro has a great spot to deny this, but Eugene, look at that help from him. Keeping the line held, and Intro finds another. It's all down to Skills, who finds a double. It's the right idea, considering Global are looking to turn their heads the other way.
Black, I think we might have made a mistake.
Huh?
If you look at the agents and the ones that are actually playing, it's incredibly different from what we saw.
Different. Yeah,
so we might have been faked a little bit. Man, I already had like a good saying on the selections and stuff. The mindset was there, but they're gonna go for a much more tamer approach to split. It's the agents that we usually see when the split map is on play. Speaking of which, the trigger has been pulled. SK Rossi is gonna be pushing in here, waiting for the fault line just to follow through. Skills, late push, loving it, just to see if somebody's gonna be dropping down, and we're back into a numbers discrepancy here. 3 versus 2 out in the open. This is very risky. If Skills doesn't time this correctly, he's gonna get pop shotted, and he's fine. Nope. Never mind. 3 versus 3.
3 versus 3 here. The retake is going to come in from DAMWON. They got some utility work, but that flash will dispense. They got the Initiator and the Duelist here to try and aggress onto this, but Skills is doing a great job of forcing them back with those blast packs. The smoke will give them a bit more holding power here, as now DAMWON are a bit afraid to try and rush into that site. Skills has been given away. Golu finding the pick. Hellranger doing the same, and Golu's going to confirm the round, as now we're going to get that UI reset. But guys, Global have taken the opening pistol.
Skills, their supposed Astra/Sentinel player, has opted to go for the Raze. Great round overall for Global, but this has been a trend, I think, Black. I think a lot of teams that we will be seeing here that usually have a Killjoy main also actually has a Raze under their belt for specific maps. And I think some of those specific maps would probably be maps that need a little bit more explosiveness, not the mollies. So like Bind, maybe even Split, and it might actually work well. You have that kind of double whammy again with a Duelist, and I really do like how you have that. Again, I think Paper Thin, you know, got it on the mark here. Kind of like the pseudo dash to go in onto the site. And speaking of going into the site, SK Rossi doesn't miss a beat, takes the entirety of it as Texture and his teammate Intro drops down.
Well, this initiating power is going to be heavily in favor of the attacking side of Global. To be quite honest with you, I think this is a map that Global have an advantage in, not just with their compositions, but Kappa turning back around 180s after 180s, getting a double. and Global take the second round, but
Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
it sounds quite Korean to me, so I assume there's a different meaning to our very illiterate and, I guess, ignorant ears.
That's all right. I'm just the only one. I'm pretty sure our Twitch chat is much more knowledgeable than both of us combined. So we'll probably can see their replies later on, if whatnot. But going back a little bit into the match here, I do apologize for the UI. It's a little bit confusing, guys. They're not on pistols. As you can see, Intro has already bought up, and maybe he can line it up as well. But the double stack from skills as well as Kappa, enough to take down the A Heaven control. And that's pretty big because Killjoy, with her utility, has a lot of presence there. Texture. Oh, no way. Just timing once again. He looked to the left as soon as he got dropped down from the right. That's going to be another good round for Global.
That's a beautiful finisher, by the way, on the...
For sure.
4 rounds now. Global have up over here, making Split look quite attacker-sided, although they do have a great composition to do exactly that. DAMWON are looking quite lost, to be quite honest with you here, at least on Split for those opening halves. Maybe they can turn things around once we go later into it, but he actually stuns his own teammate. SK Rossi, very dangerous his position is right now, not able to land that shot. That's Jong Hai. Perfect help here coming from Intro. Even while kind of blind, he still gets that. The triple kill now goes in the way of DAMWON, and this could be their first round of the map.
It's like that jigsaw puzzle where you think that the piece is the one that's there to kind of fit in, and then it just doesn't as you try to push it into that. It's literally that. It felt like there's just so much good things that is happening there for Global, but it just did not kind of mesh well altogether. There still is a minute on the clock, but I mean, it's gonna be, again, impossible for Hell Ranger here to get himself onto that B side, especially now that the 3 members of DAMWON have corralled all the way there. He has the right idea here to go on A. 40 seconds, if he wants to, he can actually go slowly into it, but he's double checking himself. Showing the smokes there would not actually stave off the 3 members of DAMWON. They're gonna stay, or maybe a double fake. I don't know. We'll see though.
Maybe you fake them out by committing to the exact same thing, but now position has been given away. That slow orb will hamper any idea or any notion of him trying to push into that B site freely and openly. Information given away. They know where he is, going for those jump peaks just to keep him off guard. And now Tex
stunned by his own teammate's fault line. That definitely was their quote-unquote fault, right? The big problem to that was... I'm getting hyper by the coffee, all right? But yeah, again, the big problem to that was because he was so far forward, teammates was just not able to kind of follow through. Speaking of follow through, here comes the satchel charge. We'll see if it's better this time. And that one hit the center stage or the center fold. SK Rossi got to whip up the weapon, but Secret still finds the kill.
Flash on out. They've traded each other now 4-4 on the peak. Skills punished. I think that was a bit overzealous there. Over eager for him to go and peek that smoke without even having a flash to help him. Rolling Thunder on out, but that's not really going to do much. The lockdown will buy them some space to work with. In Global, they found a pick off here in Eugene, but Intro is going to do the same to Kappa. Does get Golu. It's all on the Hell Ranger in a 1v3. We've seen him pull out incredible clutches. It pulls him into the fray. Secret not able to get the half, and this is huge now coming from Hell Ranger, but no more stars for him to light up the sky. Intro can now stick the defuse. He gets the down on the texture, and Hell Ranger down to a single HP. Now, playing this one perfectly, biding his time. He knows he has to push this, and that he does! Tactical timeout already used up. Looking to maybe go this A site, but he can see that DAMWON texture looking to try some stuff of his own. He does have the Sheriff here. Maybe he can find a pick off if Global aren't too careful. Have the Cloudburst to cross, and they get that through the smoke as well on the texture. This eco is going to have to come in huge for DAMWON. Otherwise, this round should be a done deal. They now know exactly where the remaining DAMWON members are, and they know they can flood the site here.
Oh my god.
Secret? Okay. Spamming his left click, and finally somehow gets a double. Brings it to a 3v2. He knows where Secret is, and there's no nothing to hide about that, but it's all on Jong Hee, who's down in the 1v3.
He does have all the stars in the world, but is he gonna be in a star moment himself? I don't think there's any weapons that he can actually pick up on A main too here, so he's really just left with the Sheriff. Scanning, looking, hoping that somebody is gonna be an outlier here. Somebody he can pick off and maybe upgrade himself into that rifle, but it's not really gonna be possible. He peeks out, looks to maybe go for some form of strategy here. They've bought up texture with the operator. He's been good at it on Ascent, but I feel like Split not really the map for Ops. We'll see if he can make it work though. That slow orb, I mean, stuns were good, but slow orb even better.
Well, it might just be what they need. It's DAMWON who have to find some lifeline. They're living on a prayer right now, and this is not one that they want to continue to chant because, well, 7-round lead, looking to run away from them. They get that pick off. This could be a turning point, but we've seen many times over that Global are able to shoot themselves out of these bad situations, out of these man's advantages, and that could be the case once more here. Smoke will give them some alleyway texture, landing the shot on the Hell Ranger. Not a difficult one, but an important one to land. And Intro will get the follow-up. 2v5. If they lose this, then I don't know what else they can do, but this should be a round that they secure, and that they're very close to doing.
Kappa still not spotted. That flash did not actually give his location away, but regardless, 5 versus 1, there was every bit of angles covered by the rest of the DAMWON squad, and finally, they're getting some foothold here. And switching texture into the operator, incredibly risky. And again, people might say that I'm wrong with my statement and all, but hear me out here, Black. Operators here, it's very risky if you play it even with a jet because you tend to bump into walls even if you try to dash away, which makes it very easy for attackers to punish your position if you're not able to hit those shots. But if Texture is able to do crossfires with his teammate, bait and switch, and hit the first initial shots with the op, it might be a better case for them. And DAMWON have put themselves into this risky spot and make it work. But speaking of risky, SK Rossi, he lives for the danger. This man's a daredevil, but this daredevil has been shut down. Although GE Skills able to pick up the kill to equalize to the 4-4.
He's still walking through it, breaks down the wall, the melt of it as it comes up and up, and the res here coming from Secret as well. Eugene can potentially use that to bait them into a position, and they now know that Heaven has been controlled by Global, but this also gives him some actually staging ground to try and counteract this. Intro landing that kill, falling on back to pull the defense, the offense rather, even further. Great nano swarm, he's gonna push through it. Skills punish, going way too overeager there, hunting for the frag. Hell Ranger, look at this. He's just playing within trigger discipline, lets him walk on by. Gonna confirm that kill, getting one, getting a second on that spray transfer, but not much more.
We could probably see a curse that DAMWON utilizes. It's very possible, but for now, last round in the first half, as you mentioned, and looking into that ult economy, Black, 4 big ones. Make it 3 big ones for Global here. But when DAMWON's Texture can hit those op shots, who even cares if Global has those 4 big ultimates? Such sickening beats from Texture here.
He shuts down Rossi, and that's all on the Hell Ranger, Gullo, and Kappa. Cosmic Divide out on. This is the last round of the half, so this is the time to use it. They still have the Neural Theft here, which could be huge as soon as they get a pick off, but they're going to have to find that pick to be able to even use that ultimate. Lockdown here will buy them some space, but they have to be careful because as it comes on out, they get it destroyed, which is very good for them. Good aftershock, but Cosmic Divide has expired.
There's going to be a big flank from Intro, but
oh, no way.
He's opening things up. This Cosmic Divide, able to actually divide the fights here, and it's working. Golu, he's picking up all the kills, and DAMWON, they've all but lost this. Hold on,
no.
One on top of the heavens. Jonghi left into a 3 versus 1 scenario that we've seen them do on Ascent. It is very well near possible. But the problem here is they're just not really getting that beat on Split. Global just knows what to do. But when you flip the switch, maybe it's going to be a bit of a different task here. And DAMWON do decide to go for this aggressive take onto B Heavens. But look at the positioning. Double push out already on Global on Market, and they can hit one on Secret. And Skills, smooth criminal to be able to get the headshot and just Mamba out 4-5 at the rest of the round.
Very nice controlled aggression here from the side of Global. They realize B main is quiet, and so they push that lane to maybe find an opening, and that they do. SK Rossi here finding Eugene, and this is looking very dire right now for DAMWON. I said, you know, if they lose this pistol, then this could be a done deal. Now it's looking to be the case. It's a 3v5. They're going to have to land insane shots here. But Texture, he's been tagged up by SK Rossi. He's been taken down very low. A single bullet will do him in at any range at this point, and Now DWG, little do they know, there's only one defender on the A site. They got to start to work with here. They actually got two, and this could be influential on this round. Hopefully for their sake that they can, maybe get that plant off and have some opportunity to win in that post plant. But right now, it's looking very dire for them. The plant should be able to go down, but Global are in a very good spot to retake this site.
They might have actually even given up the side, or given up for the plant, just so that they know that there's one at least onto the side. That tripwire does not help the case of DWG at all. But maybe the fadeaway shot from Jonghee would be enough. Texture is down to 13. His teammate's gonna get stunned. He's coming out, spotted immediately, and it's all down to intro. But maybe he can isolate the fights. It was just a maybe. It's not really gonna happen. That's gonna be 10-3, and I'm pretty sure going into the next round, at least with the spike being planted down, it has to be a...
Leave one player there on skills, but it could be palatable right now. Although DWG, that's right, going towards the A site, and this might not work out for him.
They've lost SK Rossi, but at least for this particular map, he hasn't been the star of the show. I think it's been Hell Ranger as well as Skills that really have kind of created the space for them. Hell Ranger, sneaky boy, able to use the smoke to deceive that nobody was on the A side, but then boom, goes the dynamite, comes out swinging hard, and the rotation from DWG, they know that the big rotation from Global has already gone onto A, and they just high-tuck their way to the B side, will be used to give some free space, safe space to push in onto the B side, but they're scrambling. They're losing a lot of map control here, and Skills has spotted Intro, who is trying to be sneaky beaky onto the side itself. That's going to be only Jonghee to remain. He's going to be picking up onto the Phantom. It's a 3 versus 1. He has to go crazy on that spray down. Not really going to matter anymore, and Global deny the force buy of DK, or DWG.
This is looking like a done deal. I'm not going to lie, Asarai. Their next
don't have a Sage to kind of plug up that mid wall. It really tightens Global's mobility around the map, and by that I mean it's not really up to their liking. So they have to rotate at least one player ever so often to be that kind of little rotator, just to kind of help out the sites if in case. Golu's going to be the one to try to do that. It seems like, at least for now, DWG knows this, and they're baiting out a lot of utility. And especially if you can count how many stars Ranger has used and he doesn't have anything for the rest of the round, 40 seconds, that's actually big. It's going to be quite difficult for them. Still, Kappa throws out the trigger onto that ultimate of his, and can the Rolling Thunder actually make it happen for them? Golu! Oh, never mind! The crossfire is beautiful for Global.
completely shutting them down, and so are the hopes and dreams now of DWG. 20 seconds left on the clock. That isn't much time to work with. Texture, they've found out where he is. He's got blades, but can that be enough for him? Going to the back of the side, getting that dash on. It's a 1v3. He